The 2025 MCU lineup was looking super exciting, and it seemed that the MCU was finally back on the right path to build the hype up before Avengers Doomsday. Despite the shaky reception of Captain America Brave New World, people are still very excited for what the 2025 roster has in store, and Daredevil just proved that they have every right to be hyped. Welcome to Heroescope. 2025 kicked off with Captain America Brave New World, an early year release that had reasonable hype, mainly due to Red Hulk appearing in the trailers. However, the reception ended up being pretty mixed, and the movie was called a worse remake of The Winter Soldier. Although Sam Wilson as Cap and Red Hulk were universally praised as the best parts of the movie, it still underperformed at the box office, and people were back to doubting whether the MCU would ever end up getting back to their glory days. However, the very next project, Daredevil Born Again, has given fans some much-needed hope that the MCU might just be headed where it should once again. Although only 2 episodes have been released at the time we're making this, it already has a solid 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and is looking to be on the right track. The next Marvel project is the Thunderbolts, releasing in May, and it has the potential to be a big sleeper hit, as the expectations aren't too high, and it has just the right things going for it to be a blockbuster hit. In fact, if you want to know a little more in depth how exactly the Thunderbolts could be a big success, and what Thor has to do with it, check out our latest video. Getting back to it, Thunderbolts has an opportunity to capitalize and help build towards Avengers Doomsday, while at the same time finally giving the characters much-needed leading roles, and helping them finally break away out of the shadows and form their own paths. Following the Thunderbolts, we have a project that could end up surprising a lot of people, since almost everyone is expecting it to flop. Ironheart is a 6-episode miniseries that will be focusing on Riri Williams, as she builds her own story on top of the legacy Tony Stark left behind. However, many fans are pretty confused as to why she was even thrust into Black Panther 2 in the first place, and why a relatively small character like her deserves her own show. But this is exactly what the MCU could use to their advantage, and tell a great story in these 6 episodes that would absolutely blow everyone away, especially due to the low expectations that people seem to have. But it is actually the next project that will be the one most likely to blow everyone away. In July of this year, the MCU is finally going to be getting its own rendition of Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. After the recent release of the teaser trailer, the hype seems to be there, and everyone is incredibly optimistic, especially given to the fact that it truly looks like some of the most famous Marvel characters are finally going to be getting a good, comic-accurate adaptation. And it gets even better. Galactus is finally making his MCU debut, and this time, he's not just a storm cloud, and fans are excited to see a comic-accurate version of the planet-eating titan. While the casting for Reed Richards was considered slightly controversial at first, almost all doubt was gone after the fans only saw a few short scenes in from the trailer, bringing most people fully on board. Another slightly divisive thing is, well, the Thing, and its CGI look. There are many people who seem kind of worried about how it will be in the final movie given its much more cartoonish CGI nature, especially since the Thing from 2005 was all practical. But the new Thing looks very interesting, and feels like he was ripped straight from the page of a comic book. Just like that, July is shaping up to be a really interesting month, and many people are looking at this project as one of the most crucial MCU projects of all time. However, the MCU isn't going to be focusing exclusively on live-action projects in 2025. In August, Marvel will be releasing a brand new animated miniseries called Eyes of Wakanda, which is going to be focusing on Wakanda's history and its warriors on a mission to retrieve vibranium artifacts all over the world. It is going to provide much-needed depth when it comes to the Wakandan people and how they've been operating in the shadows throughout history. It's developed by Ryan Coogler, the same guy behind both of the Black Panther movies, and it's going to be pretty short, consisting of only 4 episodes. On top of that, fans of the What If show will be happy to know that Marvel Zombies, a show based on the What If zombie episode, is also in development, and it is landing on Disney Plus in October of 2025. It will also consist of 4 episodes, and will be made a direct continuation of the Zombies episode of What If, following a group trying to fight off hordes of heroes that have become zombies. And it looks like it will be short and sweet. The show will be loosely based on the Marvel Zombies comic book from 2005, written by Robert Kirkman and Sean Phillips, but will mostly do its own thing. However, the fans were promised that the show would be R-rated and that it would pull its punches, much like the comic book, which is already getting the fans hyped for the miniseries release. Finally, to end off the year on a high, Marvel is set to release the Wonder Man TV show in December. The series will follow Wonder Man, or Simon Williams, who is a stuntman and an actor, who gains powers and becomes Wonder Man, embracing his fame and guiding his way through the Hollywood film industry whilst having powers. It has got a pretty stacked cast, with Yahya Abdul-Mateen II playing as Wonder Man and Ben Kingsley returning to the role of Trevor Slattery, having previously played him in from Iron Man 3 and Shang-Chi. Ed Harris is also set to star as Neil Saroyan, Simon's agent, and Demetrius Gross is going to be playing Eric Williams, Simon's brother. The series is going to be a part of Marvel Phase 6, same as the last two shows we mentioned, and it is going to have 8 episodes. With all of these projects lined up, 2025 is shaping up to be one of MCU's most important years. If Fantastic Four delivers, Thunderbolts surprises, and Daredevil continues to impress, we might finally see the MCU return to its former glory. So what do you think? Will 2025 be the year that saves the MCU, or the year that proves its golden era is behind us? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see what makes Thanos such a great villain, check out this video. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Heroescope, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more deep dives into your favorite characters. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.